So what do we got here? We've got a first aid kit. And I had this OTC card, over-the-counter card that you can buy things with. You get $450 and you can buy over-the-counter stuff. And then I heard that Amazon was going to take them for certain products, of course. And so rather than have that money disappear, I bought this. So I had to add $13 to it. Now, I wanted something that was certified by someone. This is more of a kind of kit that you would find in a working environment. It says it's good for 50 people. Now, when you look at the back, the supplies, the only thing it has 50 of is 50 bandages and 50 towelettes, antibiotic towelettes. So, and it's got some triple antibiotic things. It doesn't have medicine. I thought that was really strange, but looking back on my work experience, I would say there were two kinds of kits that would be in a business. And they would be a kit that would have, common medicines that you use. Like someone might have, something for headaches, something for this, something for that. But then I've been at other places where they had nothing. And I think, I'm going to guess, but I think it has something to do with limiting liability. You can imagine one of the things you put in most first aid kits might be some Benadryl for, no brand Benadryl, but Benadryl, which is good for, itching, some allergic reaction or anything. Well, you can imagine if your employee got that out of an official first aid kit, went back, worked on the line, and there was some machinery there and they got hurt, it would basically probably come back to you for letting them have Benadryl. So, oh boy, here's our guide. Let's see. It's got about 45 pages. Well, that's nice. Have a look at that. Okay, we have trauma pads. Oh, good. These are on the top, but then we're going to have to be able to see everything without taking it all out. Okay, we have instant cold packs. That'll be interesting to see if these work. I've gotten some for survival use and they didn't work at all. So I bet these will work better. I don't know what that is. There's supposed to be a tourniquet in here. Here's a moldable cast, broken arm or something. You can put that around it. All kinds of different gauze things here. Conforming gauze, 4 by 4 yards. Oval eye patch. We got some little scissors. Sterile gauze. And we've got some gloves too. There's supposed to be 8 pairs of these gloves in it. And that's kind of important sometimes because you might just be working with something that's contagious or you don't want to carry it over, or you don't want to get the dirt on your hands into, a wound someone has. And so there's that. I don't see the tourniquet part. I wonder if it's that little thing. Hopefully not. But okay, the cold presses, we've got some tape that goes back in. The gauze we have. This was probably a sterile eye wash. Yep, that's sterile eye wash. We've got triple antibiotic. This is the only real medicine I think that's in here. And so there's like 20 of those. Then we've got, here's the antiseptic wipe. And there's 50 of those literally. So someone must set a standard and say, oh, for a likely situation where there are 50 people working, so many of them are going to need a Band-Aid, so many of them are going to need this, that. So somehow that's determined in some standard that they're doing. Oh, look at this. There's some safety pins. I'm wondering if that's the, what they're calling the tourniquet. I haven't seen that yet for sure. Here's some more gauze rolls. There was supposed to be a 20 by 40 triangular bandage. I wonder if this is it, and it's just really tightly compressed. That could be it. We've got some single-use somethings. Oh, we've got some, if you need to give someone CPR and you don't want to make physical contact, you can use a mask for that. That's always a good idea. I bet I have to get this back in there. I should watch where I took it out. I could always play the video again and see. But we're going to keep the guide out. So we're going to look at that and try to determine what is what. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Here we have with the instructions. Let me just look for a minute and see if we can find what the actual tourniquet is. Okay, they've got a listing here. Allergic reaction, anaphylaxis, bites and stings, burns, spinal injuries, heart attack, health related. So obviously they have things in here that aren't necessarily covered in this kit, I would think. But I could be wrong. Shock, how to treat shock. So this is just a general thing. And we'll look for it through it and find exactly what they're calling the tourniquet in here. And it could be these too. I mean, these if these are the we'll flip this over and we'll look at some of the stuff that it said. Now this is always a problem, repacking kits. This, well, it looks like this possibly couldn't possibly put that together again, but it's going to have to. And this isn't all, you know, they've got it set like hanging on a wall. Well, you wouldn't open it from a wall position. Everything would just immediately fall out. So there we go. And let's take a look. Also, what I found too is, and I was going to mention, some other place I worked had something like this. But then they had like a box or two that were open, and there was a bunch of, you know, single dose packages of, you know, of Tylenol or something for headaches, maybe ibuprofen or whatever. You know, something similar to, you know, the brand name Motrin. And you could just take those. But they aren't supplied in this. And like I say, I found you can buy little, you know, they come in a little baggie just, but they're some of each type of medicine. So if I all of a sudden wanted to upgrade this and put those medicines in, it wouldn't be too much of a problem to do. We just go over, I'm going to list what's in here. You have 50 plastic bandages, 2 packages of first aid tape, 25 triple antibiotics, 50 BZK antiseptic towelettes, 1 CPR face mask, 2 burn dressings, 25 first aid burn cream. Oh, great. 2 cold compresses, 2 sterile eye patches, 1 eye wash, 10 hand sanitizers, 8 nitrile gloves, conforming gauze roll, 2 inches, scissors, gauze dressing 3x3, trauma pad, 5x9. Triangular sling bandage, 40 by 40 by 56. I would assume that, how many of those were there? 2, yeah. So those must be those 2 packets that I had. First aid guide, 1 padded 4 by 24, and 1 tourniquet. Like I say, I assume that tourniquet is just that blue piece of material that we had. Let's see if this is going to say, I think, life-threatening bleeding. For a while, they were saying that, yeah, it looks, oh no, I guess not. Of course, this is all black and white, but it must be that blue thing, that blue sheet. I mean, plastic. Apply direct pressure. Apply a wineless rod tourniquet. Trained. I'll have to look into that more. I've never. Hopefully, I'll never need a tourniquet or someone. This is going to be in the house. I just thought, instead of like, oh, wear the Band-Aids or what, I thought getting this might be a good idea, just to have everything in a location, and hopefully we'll never need a tourniquet for anything. But it's got different steps that you would follow to get to take care of certain things, diabetic emergencies. So this is a general first aid thing. But it's by the American Red Cross, and it complies with ANSI/ISEA Z 30B1-2021. So some standard that it has. So anyway, there's what we've got. And like I say, I'm going to buy some of the medicine packs too, to kind of augment this. And I might take some of the bigger items out and put the medicines in here. And I could always too, I was thinking, I might break some of this out, like they got the 8 pairs of gloves, all kinds of Band-Aids and different things. I might break some of those out to put in a car kit, or maybe I'll get another one for the car. But it's just a good idea to have first aid things, because you never know what's going to happen. They don't have anything to stop bleeding, like Quick Clot, something like that. That's good to have, because you're in a house, kitchen, knives, or knives. You're doing things out, you're carving, you're doing some bushcraft things. To me, it only makes sense if you've got something that can cut your skin open. You want something that can stop it from bleeding. They now even have these, I want to call them kind of like sticky sutures. You've got the cut, and you kind of attach it to one side, then you attach it to the other side and kind of pull it tight. So it isn't quite the same as sewing it, but it does put it back together again, and certainly would be good for a temporary remedy. But this is it, kit. It's got 199 pieces. Its stock number, or ANSI number, or whatever, is 90566. There's refill kits you can buy. It says you can buy 90586, and looks pretty complete, except for the lack of some of the medicines that I would want to include. Like, what would you put in there? You'd put Tylenol in here that isn't in here. You would put ibuprofen. I would put Benadryl in for sure, because you have, that's just a standard thing just about it. Oh, and another thing they don't have is, which is in a lot of kits too, is diarrhea medicine. I mean, that's something, if you're traveling or something, or just you can get anywhere where you are. It's just good to have that, medicine too. And in the individual packets, if everything's in one location, you don't have to worry about, where it is or what it is. So we'll be adding that, and of course, when I get those, we'll do an update of what medicines I've put in this to make it more complete. This would have been good to have when the 6 kids were young and getting into just about everything. We had a broken arm once. We had I don't know how many cuts and bruises, but, everything except the tourniquet, I think we probably would have used in here. Well, didn't have to resuscitate anyone with CPR or something. I had a son who was a lifeguard for a session, and he tried, but unsuccessfully, to resuscitate someone. He's over in Germany, and over there was a situation, and he tried to help, but the person didn't. They don't kind of tell you. They talk about CPR and things like that. They don't tell you how often it doesn't work. So, try, but don't beat yourself up if it doesn't seem to work. There you go. This was $63 on Amazon. And like I said, the 50 of it I bought with the OTC card, which came with my managed Medicare insurance. With its United Healthcare now. Bye.